Hello and welcome to Pureword Creations. My name is Tahira and I have a custom order flip through for you today. This is a journal for a colleague, a music colleague. Well, she's the executive director of the music ensemble that I am a part of, Decomposed, but she's actually a strategist as well. And this book is her second journal for me. If you go to my playlist, the very first video that I did for YouTube has her first journal in it if you want to see that flip through. I made a journaling card that sits in this fabric pocket. Y'all, look at this lace from April at Pink Albert's D-Stash that I got. It just set it off for the front cover. You know, I had this layered fabric and textural ribbon pocket, but when I put this thing on it, it really set it off, and I love it. I also have some fabric, some kind of visual illusion fabric from Renee as the background there, some metal corners from Amazon, and that's all stitched in there. Going back to the collage journaling card here, it's made with a magazine image, some metal embellishments, buttons, this little eyelash ribbon that goes around her hairline. There's some sewing fabric there and some stitching, music paper. I thought the title of the music was perfect. It's got some stickers from Sticky Club as well. And then a stamp from Amazon on the back of this craft paper from the Dollar Tree. And all of that just sits in there in the pocket. And of course she can put whatever she'd like in there as well. The spine is canvas, and I painted it, I white gessoed it and then black gessoed it, put some gold acrylic paint with a stamp, and then, you know, that was a little bit much, so I pushed it back a little bit with some white gesso and then put some more black gesso on top of that. So she has a bit of a artsy feel to it. You know, you can feel the paint and the canvas. It feels really nice. And here's the back. All right, so going inside, the recipient's favorite colors are black, gold, and whatever's shiny or blingy, but she also really likes the patterns of cheetah and leopard. Here in this lace pocket, I got this lace from the reuse market in Boise, Idaho. This is a postcard of GDB's art. And in the back there is just a note to the recipient. This fabric on the spine I received from a friend's mom when they were closing their dry cleaning business. Here's some stationery from Shein. This inspirational card I received in a happy mail from Cameron of Lotus and Nightshade. And there are a lot of things from that happy mail in this journal. Here's some ledger paper. This book page comes from Cameron. Here is a digital from Kelly Maleka. and that's on Renee's coffee dyed paper. Here's some tea dyed paper inside this envelope, or this bag, I should say. It's a journaling card. Here is an advertisement, a mail advertisement that I received in a happy mail from Renee, of Renee's at It Again. It's from a hair shop. Here is an Ankh stencil that I also got at the reuse market in Boise. It's from one of those Dover little activity books. This is a kind of a nail manicure pedicure receipt or order form. There was a stack of them at my antique shop, and so I grabbed myself a book of those. This fabric also comes from my friend's mom, and I just stitched around it and make into a pocket, stitched it to canvas. Here is some pages from a book I got at Five Below, and I'll leave the title of that in the description box. Here's some washi paper. Here's another collage journaling card. I think that's a sticker from Chic Designs. There's some a digital from Renee, sticker, magazine image, washi tape from Cookie Sticker Co., some fabric. This paper I got from a creative reuse shop in Baltimore. I believe it's called Scrap Be More. And I got this graph paper from the reuse market. This is Daiso graph paper. Here is a coloring page from artist Bridgen. I'll leave her information in the description box. She may have discontinued having those coloring pages on her site, but you should check out her art, definitely. Here's a rub-on from 49 and Market. Here is a magazine page from Essence Magazine, talking about the different hats in the Black community. The hats that one wears, fashionable hats and cultural hats. There's another collage journaling card. Sticker from Chic Designs, magazine image, sticker from Sticky Club, some rub-ons from Lin Chianing and MU. Here's a playing card I was gifted by Renee. Renee's at It Again. And inside is some lined rhodia paper. Also got this fabric from Renee. And this is another book page. And I'll leave that in the description box as well. Here's some handmade paper that I got at Dollar Tree, as well as this washi tape from Cookie Sticker Co. Inside this baggie is a journaling card from Prima. and some extra paper clips from Daiso. Here is some lace I got from Renee. Just made that into a tuck spot. Kelly Maleka's digital. And these are cut out from a digital, and I'll put the description, the artist of the digital in the description box. But I just put them on some tea-dyed copy paper and stenciled on top of it, and just made these little sayings that could, and put some double-sided tape on the back, and the recipient can remove the backing whenever she'd like and put them wherever she'd like, instead of me just putting them down wherever I see fit. I leave it up to the recipient to do that. Let me pull out another one. And I just left instructions on the back here. There's another magazine image. And I have a metal corner here from Butterbee Scraps. Here is a postcard from the Brave Black First postcard set I was gifted by a childhood friend. And here's the back of that signature. Here's the second out of the 3 signatures. This is Prima paper. Here is a gifted greeting card from Cameron. Here is a book page from a book I was gifted from Renee, and I went back and forth about cutting out a page from that book. It's from like the 1960s, I believe. It's a beautiful book. This beautiful toned paper. Here's another page that I was gifted by Cameron of Lotus and Nightshade. Here's the back of it. It's really, really beautiful pages, and I have some washi tape here from Cookie Sticker Co. that matches perfectly with that page. Here's some avocado-dyed paper. I was gifted this by Renee, but I think she told me that it's Jessica Rapp's avocado-dyed paper. Here is some vintage typewriter paper, some tea-dyed college rule paper. Here is a magazine page from an old Ebony, I believe, that I was gifted from Renee. And it has this article about School Days, the Spike Lee film when it first came out. Here's some more Capital Chic Designs paper. Some black washi paper with gold circles or dots. Here is a stationery piece from Ebony's Moon. It's a dot grid. Here is a music flashcard from Montessori Factory on Etsy. And this is some papyrus paper, but I got it from a creative reuse shop, so it was discounted. This is another Kelly Maleka digital. Here is a book page from It's a Dog's Life book. It's a sticker book, and the pages are just really, really gorgeous. Here's another washi from Cookie Sticker Co. And it's silver glittery. Here's some eyelash ribbon that I was gifted. It's the same that's on the front cover journaling card. Here's another magazine page that I made into a journaling card. Some Dollar Tree paper on the back. A star paper clip. Here is a English Spanish journaling card. Sorry, flashcard that I got at a used bookstore in Jacksonville, Florida. The recipient is fond of desserts. Here's some deli paper. Here's another washi from Cookie Sticker Co. This inspirational card I was gifted by Cameron. I think her whole Happy Mail kind of ended up in this journal. Another magazine page as the center of the signature. From an old, I think it's an old Ebony magazine, I believe. From Renee. It's a journaling card. Another journaling card. It's a Prima one. Here is a postcard and print from Noir de Ben. It's a chocolatier, a chocolate shop in Evanston, Illinois. It's a black woman owned, and she takes the picture, so she signed it. It's blank on the back, but it's not glossy. You can write on it. Here's a Dollar Tree stamp. Just another book page talking about our relationship with food. And a quote from Virginia Woolf. Journaling card. Here's another stamp from Stamperia. Here is a coloring book page from 24 Shades of Business coloring book. There's a lace pocket. This lace is from Renee. This is stationery from Rose Colored Earth Co. Just looked like a nightstand, so I think that paired well. Kelly Maleka, digital. Here's another book page inside this bag that I was gifted from Miss Mason. This is a book page I was gifted from Cameron. Cameron, all that you sent me was just spot on for this journal. Thank you so much. Here's the other side of that school days article. Here is another postcard from Brave Black First. It's an illustration of Judith Jameson. Another book page that Cameron sent me. This is the back. You can pause it if you want to read it. Here's a rubber stamp by Ebony's Moon on this graph paper that I got at the reused market. Here's a little angel card. I'll leave that to the recipient to look at. It's a Prima journaling card backed with some Dollar Tree paper. And the last signature starts with some paper from Chic Designs. Oh, I didn't tell you what this paper was from. This is Stamperia. Here is a pocket made from piano roll paper. And of course you read from the bottom up, it's player piano roll. So it says, of the golden age, ah, that I might. And here's some stationery from Daiso. Here is a word search page from a book I got at Dollar Tree. All musical terms. And then there's also one on the back. Let's see. The one on the back is entitled Well Done. Here's another page from It's a Dog's Life. Graph paper from Daiso. Kelly's Digital. It says Tenacity. Book page I received from Cameron. Some lines on the back. Here's some an animal print envelope, and I have something there for the recipient. And here I stamped here is a playing card I received from Renee with and I used it as a tuck spot for this GDB stationery. This is scrapbook paper that I got from Scrap Be More as well. Another digital from Kelly. Inside this bag, more journaling cards. And another coloring page from Bridgen. Here is a page from this beautifully sepia-toned magazine that I was gifted by Renee. And I'll leave the title of it in the description box. I had never heard of it before. It's vintage. And here's some Stamperia paper that I backed with some paper from Dollar Tree. Oops. Here's a notepad sheet that I got from Marshall's. Here's a die cut of a young woman. And another book page with some journaling prompts. There's another die cut in here. And I did some rub-ons and stenciling. Just says Faith. This image comes out of a book I was gifted by Renee, a book of black photography. And I picked it for the image, as far as my recipient's preferences. But then I looked at the photographer, Moira Pernambuco, and Pernambuco is actually the wood, the type of wood that the bow for string instruments is made from the stick of the bow. So that's really, really cool. It was an amazing connection. That was unintended. Here's a Prima journaling card. And I did some stenciling and stamping. The stamp is from Stamperia. The stencils are from Dollar Tree. I believe this is also paper I got from the reuse market. Here is some lace that I just stitched on the side there. Here is a bookmark from Paper Garden LA. It was one of her collages. And the recipient is taking burlesque classes. So I wanted to have a nod to that. Inside this side of the envelope is another card I got from Cameron. Here is another Cookie Sticker Co. washi tape. And the other side of this book page from Cameron, it says Burst Through. One of my favorite Kelly Maleka digitals, says Soothe. Here is a Stamperia journaling card. It says learn to stay calm. Not everything deserves a reaction. Dollar Tree paper on the back. Here's a Prima journaling card. Here's a greeting card that I found at Trader Joe's. Here's one of my collage journaling cards. Oh, and it has this really cool paper in the back that I shared with an understudy on my music tour. It's actually some like Japanese redwood tree paper where you can actually, it feels like, like really thin wood that you can write on. Like a fine liner, but it's so pretty and feels really good. Here's a wallpaper pocket. This wallpaper I got from a creative reuse shop in Greensboro, North Carolina. And here's another book page I was gifted from Cameron. And these pages do look slick, but I did try different pens on it, and they work pretty well. Here's the back. I have a fabric pocket. That fabric comes from Renee. This is this is Prima paper. as the end paper. And this is a coloring page from the book I Am Wonderful coloring book from Lileda G. But this coloring book page I actually got at the Madison Museum of Contemporary Art from their exhibit Ain't I a Woman? And there you have it. Thank you so much for watching.